up in that ring, your reputation's on the line. All hip hop, all heat.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Saqar with MC War, the official sport of rap battling. Y'all already know I'm with AHAT's General, you know, President OD.
Right. The AHAT founder / CEO of AHAT. We're out here in New York and Queens. It's Queens, right?
Yeah.
We out here in Queens, and you know, I linked up with the homie, and me and him, we did an event back in the day in Vegas and all that stuff. So it's cool. We linked up while I'm out here in New York, and I want to holler at him about his whole league, and definitely gonna ask him some questions about the Fredro Starr and Keith Murray battle that, you know, still in the works. So break it down to me, like, when did you start? Because you've been in the game for a minute, you know what I'm saying? And I know that you've been putting in work like at least as long as I have, probably longer, you know what I'm saying? And just let them know a little bit of the background information on MC War.
Well, shoot, we first launched in like October 2002. Me and my partner AHAT Ray at a club in Atlanta called Chaparral, and I mean, ever since then we just been getting it in. And at that time, you know, we basically, you know, I come from a background of battling and stuff like that back in the day with people like Jin, Immortal Technique. I've been in different competitions with them dudes or whatever, and I always knew there had to be some type of platform strictly for it. So I met my partner AHAT, and it just came together. You know, we've been in Atlanta, so what? Well, I mean, I feel like we did a lot of great things out there. Like, you know, covered by TBS Superstation at one point. It's like 03 when the whole Eminem thing was buzzing. You know what I'm saying? So they wound up coming to the event, shooting it and stuff like that. So that was cool. And then me and my partner, we fell back just to kind of like, you know, put the proper design together, because our brand wasn't like the red, white, and blue logo at that time. You know what I'm saying? When we first started, it was a complete different brand.
Early stages.
Yeah. So we wanted to go ahead and fall back and just really put a lot of major thought into it. You know what I'm saying? And make sure that, you know, we had the proper substance, because the fact that we you know, saw that it was a complete another industry that's not really being controlled. You know, we felt like we could come through with a certain level of substance, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, that we wanted to stick to. So, like, you know, and that's why, you know, y'all see stuff like, you know, the Free Dr. York Movement Associated. Those are sponsors, you know what I'm saying? We try to make sure that, you know, we put stuff like that out there that, you know, you might not be able to do, you know, when you coming through like a more regulated industry, like you know, the record labels and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that time, you know, off, because like we kind of took time off from like 05 to like 09, kind of cultivating that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yup.
All right. So you started doing your thing out there in the ATL, and let me know where you guys stand now. I mean, you guys are a league, but you're different than a league. Like, talk to them a little bit about your format, how it's different than any other battle league out there.
Right. Well, you know, we do our beats over. We do our battles over beats. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, that's just where we come from or whatever. You know, so you know, we just try to stick to that. You know, so that's our uniqueness, and then, you know, it's a lot more that we want to expose through the brand, but we just want to go ahead and just keep cultivating, doing, you know, quality events. You know what I'm saying? So we got a few, you know, we don't got a whole lot of battles up, but the few we have, like I love Ines verse Saya Boy. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we had the DJ spinning it back, and we want cats to really feel that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that shows an aspect of an MC. You know what I'm saying? Them spitting over a beat as well as them going a cappella. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
Yeah, the cool piece about that is when I first started doing AHAT, like our first couple events was over beats.
Got you.
Yeah, so I definitely feel you. And yeah, I kind of wanted to do that. And the main reason why I got off of that, because I wasn't doing it like you. Like, we were grabbing like industry beats, even they were like old hip hop beats.
Right.
But we weren't like getting at producers and having to make new beats for it. We was, you know, basically copywriting people's stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I knew eventually, you know, that could cause problems with YouTube and all that stuff. So that was why we fell off of it. But I actually like how you guys do 2 rounds on a beat, and then you come back and you do 1 round a cappella. So it's kind of like you doing both worlds, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people that ain't really into like this YouTube era of battle rap, they they like, why y'all rapping without beats? Y'all need beats or whatever.
Right.
And then, you know, the ones that are really focused on this YouTube era of battle rapping, they like, why are you using beats? So it's like you're kind of catering to both of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're doing both of them. So that's dope that you guys do that. All right, so then, like, I think it was last year, you guys made crazy noise. You guys announced Keith Murray versus Fredro Starr. So tell me how that whole idea and that battle came to fruition. Even though it hasn't taken place yet, but you had to holler at both artists. So break that story down.
Shoot, we've been courting Keith Murray for like 4 years, since like 2009. I found his contact number, and he wasn't hearing it though. This one we was ready to hit the scene, we was ready to come back in, you know what I'm saying? And then what's it called? You know, and just so y'all know, we always kept doing stuff in Atlanta, but we would just like focus on the festivals. Like if anybody in Atlanta, they know the Auburn Fest, like the MC War stage would be a staple here. Because we actually get a real ring, put the ring out there, and this a festival bring like 500,000 people. You know what I'm saying? But it was just all like, kind of like how we did, in Vegas with OD and AHAT. We had a stage out there, but yeah, same thing. And you know, kind of more so taking cats off the street, more fun or whatever. But you know, it kind of left. It still, you know, kind of continue our brand on. But yeah, so when we jumped back in, we already knew, you know, this is something that we wanted to do. So we hollered at Keith Murray, and he was like, you know, nah, my little brother, fish grits, right?
Grease.
Fish grease. Okay, yeah, you might want to edit that properly.
Nah,
nice too. That dude nice too. You know what I'm saying? That dude, it's in the blood. I just hope dude to continue doing his thing because his little brother's nice. So he was like, nah, my little brother. Then a family member of mine started managing him. So we again tried to holler. Yeah, tried to holler at him. Right. It still ain't panned out until one time I just called him on the phone. And I was a little bit more ready. I had some bread ready, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm with it." First supposed to be him and Black Rob. The Black Rob connect fell through, and then Fredro Starr. That nigga was like, "Man, I'm with it." You know, got him on the phone. You know what I'm saying? They laid down the parameters with each other. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even believe it. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think Keith believed it that we got Fredro Starr. So we got that conference call going. It was on and popping from there. You know what I'm saying? And then you know, we took on too much instead of just
speak on the Fredro Starr side first. How'd you get him?
I mean, same thing, man. We wound up hit him up about booking. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, once we got him on the phone, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, hit me up. I want to go ahead and go over the details. Just let him know what it was. Like, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? We got this opportunity, so on and so forth. And he was like, he with it.
When you presented it to him, did you already have Keith Murray? Like, you threw that name out there?
Okay, yeah.
So, and right out the gate, he was with it?
Yeah, he was with it off the gate. Because he's just that type of dude, you know what I'm saying? Fredro Starr's an ill dude, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's an ill MC, and he's an ill business dude, because, you know, he's still surviving in this game with a presence, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So, like, you know, whether it's, you know, international or it's you know, his movie stuff, you know, he really does his thing, you know what I'm saying? Right.
So then go ahead about, you said you've been
so I wanted to just jump right to the issue, man, so we bit off too much, man, because then we were like, okay, let's tie the South into it, and then by, you know, we got Bone Crusher, we got Mike Jones, and we basically exceeded our budget at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? As a business, you lay out a budget and you stick to your budget. We ain't stick to the budget, and that became problems when we got closer to the event, because as opposed to having that money already lined up, now we like, you know, we gambling or whatever. So you know, you live and you learn, you know what I'm saying?
So you was depending on the sales and all that stuff.
Right.
Without having the whole
but if we wouldn't have been off those but if we wouldn't have took on those other
two battles, because those was big ones.
They would have been, we'd have been good, you know what I'm saying? So you know, we took time, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, don't pass the event.
The event.
Yo, listen. Then it comes to the event or whatever. So you already seeing the numbers like, damn.
Yeah, it was ugly. Oh, it was ugly. I was trying to hide. You know what I'm saying? You know, niggas couldn't even hide. Niggas
not answering his phone. He turned into janky promoters and shit.
Listen, Cash made me come to the stage and let everybody know myself. And I was like, all right, fuck it, is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
So what'd you have to say?
I mean, I let them know. I was like, yo, man, we're gonna have to reschedule, man. That was some issues. You You know what I'm saying? We wasn't able to raise everything, and I just kept it 100 on stage. You know what I'm saying? Cats was, but yo, okay, I mean, they the minority, but there was a minority of niggas that was like, yo, I still, cause yo, the battle, the one we did with Ines from Making It a Band, and Saqar the Kid, who's under K-Camp's crew, it was a banging battle. Like, wait till y'all see, we actually is going up this Monday.
Oh,
yo,
okay. Damn, y'all been holding that for a long
yeah, because we wanted to make sure that it was all released in relative to the event. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yo, crack, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, they was going in. So you know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? So like, you know, so
were all of those artists there? Was Fredro there? Was Keith Murray?
Yeah, they was there.
Bone Crusher and
yeah, it could have went down still. It could have still happened. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is. It could have still happened. I think if we would have communicated a little bit better, you know what I'm saying, it could have actually happened that night. But you know, you know, you learn from it. You know what I'm saying? So, but
it might make it better.
Right.
You
Oh yeah, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? Yep.
And that you got anything about that? Like any more details or anything?
About what, October 4th?
About the event. We're gonna get to that in a minute. But
yeah, I mean, we had 2 different battles. You know,
what was the other
we did Sire Boy. No, I'm sorry. We did Sid Vicious versus New Cat, So Severe. It was real good, just 1 round. Oh, we did Lotta Zay versus Reggie P. That was decent.
Okay.
You follow what I'm saying? Like, you know, just not necessarily knocking them, but I just think that, you know what I'm saying, a couple of things, like I didn't really like the beat that they battled over. Like after listening to it, the battle is good, but that beat just wasn't really rocking. But it was that Enet, then you know Favo performed, you know, from D4L. I mean, there's a lot of cats in the building, man. Your man from D12, the brother Bizarre was up in there. Yeah, man, it was nice, man. It was a nice crowd. You know what I'm saying, as far as quality. But you know, we were on the same weekend as the Outkast reunion. The first time they had performed in 20 years, right? But we already been set into the that was not the move, bro. 40,000 people was down at that Centennial Park to see Outkast that same weekend. So you know what I mean? So like, you know, that again, like that's proper planning. When we saw that initially, we should have just been like, yo, nah, let's switch the date, but we didn't. So you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so it was great production up until that point. And then you know, like I said, Ines and Saqar the Kid, like to me, that's definitely our best battle yet. You follow what I'm saying? So I can't wait to let the public see it. And then that's pretty much it, man. We got shut down. Like I said, if the communication would have been better, you know what I'm saying, it really could have happened that night. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like I said, you gain wisdom from it, and then you don't make the same mistake twice.
Right. Okay. So now you're gonna that first time it was taking place in Atlanta. So now tell them about the plans for the battle now.
Okay.
Where's that battle stand and what's gonna happen?
Okay, so now both Keith and Fredro been fully paid. They both went on Angry Fan Radio with Caps. You know what I'm saying? Just both of them discussing the battle.
When was that? Recently or back then?
No, recently. About like 30 days ago, 45 days ago. So we started, picking back up. We got allhiphop.com. They're gonna exclusively, stream the battle. So we're gonna offer it free to the public. It's going through allhiphop.com. And it's happening October 4th at Milk River in Brooklyn. So, we decided to go ahead and bring it to Brooklyn because, you know what I'm saying, we just like, because, we kept pushing the date back in Atlanta while we was gathering the bread. And then once we did gather the bread, because, we still putting together the pieces for the entire production. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's still other parties that's actually in arrears within that production, but they were the first main 2, so we wanted to knock them down, and then we working our way backwards, you know what I'm saying? So them guys are fully paid, and doing that, once we did that, we were like, yo, we gotta go ahead and bring it, you know what I'm saying, bring it to New York, you follow what I'm saying? Because that's where they from, you know what I'm saying, make it comfortable for them, you know what I'm saying? And then, just knock it down.
Right, and you're out here a lot of the time too, right?
Yeah, because I'm from Jersey City, you know what I'm saying? So, I've always been back and forth, you know what I'm saying? And my whole career as an MC was cultivated in Jersey City amongst people like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was a younger guy while Poison Pen and, C-Ray's Balls and Immortal Technique and, you know what I'm saying, Jen, and when all them cats was battling around through bragging rights, that was like the poppin' battle in the city back in the day. At Wetlands, some cats will remember that. Other than that, it was end of the week don't know if you're at the end of the week. Yeah, they you should check them guys out. They've been doing their thing for me. They do what's called the MC Challenge. And that's where Iron Solomon came. That's where I first seen Iron Solomon. He had another MC name back then. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
yeah,
that's back.
You know. Is that on the camera? Oh, shit. I don't know. We might have to do some of this, bro. Yeah. What's happening, bro? Oh yeah, like you know,
Iron Solomon.
Iron Solomon, yeah. So I forgot his name. He used to have another name though, and he came up through the MC Challenge. I actually was there at one. I'm trying to figure out for Mortal Technique. That's why kind of Cass was trying to see if they could put a battle together with Iron Solomon and Immortal Technique. You know what I'm saying? Because they was in the bragging rights together back then, and I think because you're like all them cats, like certain cats will come through and just rock through, and you know win all the battles. Like it'd be like their time almost. You know what I'm saying? So everybody had their time, and I came around with Immortal Technique was trying to get his off. He just started. He just he finally broke into his his character as an MC. You know what I'm saying? Extraordinary, y'all. This nigga was extraordinary. You know what I'm saying? Because he'll battle the cat and then drop jewels in it at the same time. Follow what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, so what's the venue it's gonna be at again?
Milk River, Brooklyn. Right on Atlantic Avenue, 960 Atlantic Avenue, up the block from the Barclays. Yup, October 4th. Yup, get your tickets now.
And what's the capacity like? Is it decent size?
Yeah, it's about 800.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's solid. That's solid right there. Okay, let them know what you hit me up about.
AHAT doing the undercard for the Fredro Starr Keith Murray battle, October 4th. So that's what we here putting together. You know what I'm saying? So y'all already know y'all gonna have some epic content to watch. You follow what I'm saying? So
So we gonna chop it up about that, and that sounds dope, man. So I appreciate you even asking me.
Come on, man. When we went to Vegas, you know what I'm saying? The same love was, you know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. It was out
When was that? What year was that? Like 10 or 2009?
What was that? 12 or 13?
12, okay.
Something like that. Yeah. It was like 12, I think, actually. Okay. Yeah, we brought Reggie P out there from the South.
Yeah, he battled Facts.
International Facts.
Yeah,
Interstate.
I'm sorry. Facts is locked up right now.
For real?
Man. He's been locked up for like over a year, man. He's supposed to get out maybe later this year or next year, man. But yeah, he's been gone for a minute.
Got you.
So that's why you ain't heard.
I got you, yeah. I mean, unfortunately, a lot of the good ones, man, they gotta stay focused, man.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
I like them, yo.
Yeah, well, I'm glad y'all putting that battle together, because I was like somebody that was really hyped on the Fredro and Keith Murray battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like, you know, some people in the battle community right now, they almost act like we own the battle, and like, nah, let them industry artists stay out of it. We built this or whatever. But industry artists been battling way before the battle leagues ever existed. You know what I'm saying? They might not have did it like how we do our format or whatever, but you know, back when Kumo D battled Busy B and KRS-One and you know, everybody he done battled and all that stuff, and I think it's a real good look, man.
Right. That's what's up, man. I appreciate that, man. Straight up and down. That's how we look at it too, because a lot of these guys didn't really get their just doing the music industry anyway. You know what I'm saying? But they paved the way. They helped pave the way for hip hop to be an international entity where, you know, brands like AHAT could branch out and make money and have a staff and have people being paid doing what they love. You know what I'm saying? You know, these guys really did pave the way for that opportunity for us to have that now. So to go back, you see with the industry, they try to throw you away. You know what I'm saying? Like, for whatever reason, if you ain't hitting on what they trying to push at that moment in time, they throw you to the side. Like, niggas is nice, bro. Like, you know, so it's plenty of older and younger cats that the industry don't want to put no shine on that got skill. And battle rap is really the platform for them to be able to go ahead and get that off. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I mean, that's why that was my mentality. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, really rhyming, you know what I'm saying, coming from the perspective of an MC, I still write. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, if you know, really stay in it like some of these other guys, but if you stay spitting, you're supposed to develop and become better, because it's a mental sport. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's not like you withering your body withering away. Your mind's supposed to get more wise, more fluid. And if I always look at it like, yo, the cats that's really the nicest cats in the game is the older cats. Like, as far as like the substance within the bars, as far as the stories, like just really that whole fullness. You get that,
like the complete package.
Right.
Like they can hit everything. Like they got the bars.
Right.
They can talk to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They got the schemes. They got everything. Like
the holy cat.
Like I think Murder Mook's the coldest in the game still.
Yeah, that dude is ill. That dude is ill. I like how he's doing it right now, because Loaded Lux definitely didn't think he was gonna get that, yo.
Right.
He caught that, yo. Like, yo, I was surprised, man.
Hey, I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it, because it's like hit and miss with Loaded Lux.
Yeah,
you know, sometimes he's like over the top with it. Everybody like what? And Mook, he knows how to like capture the crowd. It's almost like you battling Mook and the crowd. It don't matter where he at. He gonna get them on his side. Right. And they was looking at Loaded Lux like he's an outsider. You feel me?
And then the funny thing is they'll hate on Mook all the way up to the battle. Like, you know, on Twitter they be hate over the day of the battle. Like, yo,
he can't do no wrong.
All the haters become like, yo, fans. It's crazy. He's nice with that, yo. Yeah, man. So that was dope, man. So yeah, I think so too. And I like Loaded Lux a lot too, because of the different the different battle platforms that he made it up through. You know what I'm saying?
Lions Den,
Smack, and 106 in Park being a 7-time winner over there. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I like Hollow the Don too. Hollow the Don, you know, being able like to transcend with battle rap and Arsenal. These cats was all the way back from Fight Club, you know what I'm saying? All the way to now, they still, you know what I'm saying, doing it. You know what I mean? I commend them guys straight up and down.
Right, because it's changing. Like each time, you know, as battle rap goes through its evolution, it's like changing, and you can't, like, if they stayed rapping how they was rapping back then, they wouldn't be able to hang. But they've all kind of like updated their style and reinvent themselves and staying in touch with what's going on right now. So yeah, I respect all them dudes a whole lot.
Straight up and down.
Yeah, man. And I respect you too, man. I like the way you do your thing, man. You a smart cat.
Same here, man. Straight up and down.
You know, I appreciate you reaching out to me while I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm only out here a couple days, and he hit me up. Was like, "Oh, D, what's up? Let's link. I got something for you." Hit me up early in the morning, like, "Man, what you think about doing the undercard?" I'm like, "Man, let's meet up." You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna get that popping, man. And I'm looking, what's the date? I'm gonna have to come back out here. October 4th, that's what it is. So Keith Murray, Fredro Starr, October 4th out here in New York, in the Bronx.
Brooklyn.
It's going down, man. Y'all gotta catch it. And it's streaming live on All Hip Hop.
AllHipHop.com. Yes, sir, man. Peace out. Big shout out to Steve Ray's. We at Milk River, y'all. 960 Atlantic Avenue, October 4th. Don't miss it.
That's cold. That's what it is, man. Shout out to, what's old boy you was schooling me on? That's
Dr. York. Oh yeah, free Dr. York, man. Shout out Dr. Malachi York, man. All the cats that come from, like, you know, the older era of hip hop, they know, you know, when a lot of the jewels that was coming through the music, that was the source, because he was out here, you know what I'm saying, where you couldn't get it in the public schools, you know what I'm saying, the books was out here in these streets, you know what I'm saying, educating us on who we are and connecting us. And, you know, as a matter of fact, we was building with a Puerto Rican brother earlier, just talking about, you know, the science that you know, what Dr. York had introduced, connecting all of us. And you know what I'm saying, because, you know, Puerto Ricans, you know, they connect back to the Taino Indian. You follow what I'm talking about? And again, those Tainos were Africans and Asians that had mixed over time. You follow what I'm talking about? So it's like so much more connection that we got. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when effectively, you know, when somebody comes to put the pieces to the puzzle together like that and move us in the right direction, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So we wanted to highlight, and that's, you know, what we stepped back to cultivate. Like, yo, how can we use the brand the same way that they helped free Nelson Mandela, who was fighting for the physical and financial freedom of those out there under the apartheid? Dr. York was here fighting for the mental freedom. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, in everything, every textbook, every dictionary, you know what I'm saying, you define this, all these negative things. You follow what I'm talking about? And that take a lot of work, you know what I'm saying, for somebody to say, yo, I'm gonna go ahead and write. At this point, I think he's almost at 1,000 books. Because he's still writing. Even what happens, people take his letters from prison, they do it on their own, but they make his letters in the books, because he's still writing. That's how dedicated dude is, you know what I'm saying? So we like, okay, well, and you know, and he was responsible before, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when we was coming up through hip hop, I was educated through hip hop. You know, people like Knowledge of Self and, you know, learning about, you know, different, you know, black leaders and, you know, African history all the way back to Egyptian history. We was learning that through music. You know what I'm saying? I ain't learned that in school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're not teaching that in school.
Right. Then the music circle made you be like, oh yeah, you know, the Tragedy Gaddafis and the Nas's and you know what I'm saying, even Jay-Z and Jazzo at one time, and the Public Enemies and the KMDs and the Brand Nubians. They made you say, okay, let me find out more about this. You find what I'm saying? And it cultivates something in you. And then when you do that, when you bring culture out of yourself, then you know what I'm saying, you know, it's what they call hatred of self and kind. And it's something that Elijah Muhammad was teaching. It's still something that's still deeply rooted in Africans in America, because they don't know who they are. So, you know what I'm saying? But once they regain that love, then they when they look in the mirror, they move away from the definition within the dictionary of what black is. You follow what I'm saying? Defined by somebody that, you know,
somebody else.
Well, yeah. I mean, literally, Funk and Wagnalls, which is a dictionary, right? Funk and Wagnall, they were Christians that believed that blacks were cursed with that skin color because of curse on Canaan. So this is the mentality of the people that were writing the books that you actually used as your source of, you know, your resource for defining who you are. So, you know, somebody had to come and redefine you through your real information. And, you know, anybody that does that, you know what I'm saying, you already know. I mean, look at history. You know what I'm saying? They in jail or they dead. But they like we saw about Fred Hampton with their brains on the wall. Luckily, Dr. York didn't get his brains blown out. They just, you know, assassinated his character, right, instead of physically getting him. You know what I'm saying? So
and sometimes they don't kill him because they don't want to make him a martyr.
That's true too. That's true too. So yeah, you know, so definitely freedryork.com. You know what I'm saying? Look it up. You know what I'm saying? And it's at the end of the day, man, let's come together and help free the brother. And then let's use this battle rap to, you know what I'm saying, you know, keep money going through our community, you follow what I'm saying? And, you know, keep building each other up, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, man. So it's going down for sure this time, October 4th.
For sure, October 4th.
Yeah, because you get me involved, so now it got to be official, like a referee.
You know what I'm saying? We announced DJ Enough, you know, DJ Enough, he already been from Hot 97.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to your teeth? Have y'all niggas seen this shit? Yeah. It looks like somebody took a hammer to his shit. Either that or you had a sandwich made of bricks. Plus you got one on top of the other, looking like Legos in this bitch. I guess Meek Mills had it right.
They're right into this shit.
My main bitch a revolver. You should fear bait. Real niggas will not listen to shit this queer say. But you want to be cool, go back to school, you know, talk that hearsay, then I'm not your dad, but it's my job to pop in front of your class. That's career day.